Nobody. Yeah. It's recording.
That Niners make baby. Crush these clowns, B. This is muffin, man. This is muffin, baby. Muffin. Niners all day.
Welcome.
Please. What are you... God. This is going to be a short podcast because I ain't going to be able to take you through coughing like this for 30, 40 minutes. I can't do it.
Welcome to another Loser podcast. I'm your host, Blake L.U.S.E.R here with Keenan.
Baker, you know what it is.
Yeah, Keenan Baker. Follow us at Loser Comedy. Follow me at Blake L.U.S.E.R. Follow Keenan at
Keenan_Baker.
That's Instagram, Facebook,
everything.
Twitter. You can Instagram us, Loser Comedy. YouTube, Loser Comedy. iTunes, Loser Comedy, for you guys that miss our weekly podcast. That was who was that beat by our boy?
Maurice Spears. If you cough on my laptop, dog.
I'm doing the vampire.
Let me tell you guys something. This guy has been sick for a week straight, right?
Yep.
And is not getting any better. Taking medicine. He said he's taking medicine.
I am.
This motherfucker is taking an inhaler for his cough.
I have asthma.
And he's never had asthma a day in his life.
Bronchitis.
He's never had asthma a day in his life. And at 28, he's taking an inhaler for a cough.
Bronchitis, can't breathe.
It's not helping.
Anybody that knows that they've ever had bronchitis, it is a lower symptom. It's a lower step to
now
asthma.
Now he has bronchitis.
I've had bronchitis at 16. I just didn't have to use an asthma.
He's never used it. Ricky Johnson, please. Please confirm this, Ricky. This is a shout out to my boy Ricky Johnson. We all three been friends since we were 10 years old. Ricky can confirm this dude B has never had asthma a damn day in his life.
Bronchitis. Let me get it politically correct.
He's never had bronchitis a damn day in his life.
I went to the doctor. They told me I had bronchitis.
And where was your inhaler at then?
I didn't need it.
Exactly. See, I can't do this. This is going to be like a 10-minute podcast, y'all.
We'll give you a hot 30. No. Hey, to our fans out there, you have any questions, you can inbox us. Or you can email us at loserent@gmail.com. That's loserent@gmail.com. Keenan.
Let me tell you something. I hate your voice.
Thanks. Hey, I love hip-hop and rap just like you do. I don't know if for some odd reason we just got on this topic about...
Gee, I ain't gonna be to do this for real, man. I'm dead serious.
You can do this. We can do this.
Just try not to cough, man.
I'm under the weather for you guys. We could have skipped this podcast.
We should have.
But it's about you guys. It's not about us. It's about you. I sacrifice my health for you. Because you guys sacrifice your ears to listen to us.
How many's listen?
Huh?
All right, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, so we love rap and hip-hop. And I don't know why. I'm just like, what's our top... First of all, before we even got on the subject, we talk about a bunch of, I guess you'd say, random topics because we're well-rounded. We don't have one specific thing we like or one specific thing we do. We can go from a good relationship, bad relationship, to talk about money, to talk about politics, and I didn't even say that confidently. I'm going to talk about comedy. So I don't know why I was like, man, top 5 rappers all time. Shoot, Keenan, top 5. Give me your top 5.
I'm going to say this. First of all, I don't like the pressure you just put me under.
Pressure.
That's the first thing. Don't put me under that type of pressure, man.
I've got my top 5 right now.
Top 5 of all time. I can't give you because it switches, and I start putting people in there that I start liking now.
Is there a Hall of Fame you have? Like people that are in the Hall of Fame?
I'm going to name some rappers that are my favorites. And I'm not going to say this is a top 5. And you can call this a cop-out, whatever you want to call it. But these are rappers that I like. No order, of course. I'm going to go Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, all right.
Ice Cube is just, from the early stuff, this dude is just, the longevity he's had, the classics that he's put out.
Mm-hmm.
He changed, you can say what he want, he helped change hip-hop.
I would even say he helped change music.
Music in general.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm gonna go
Biggie.
and not because the whole since he's not alive anymore, people want to put him there. I was a Biggie fan. I was a Biggie fan when the whole East Coast West Coast thing was going. People don't know this. I'm from the West Coast, but I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of because I was always been a super lyrical type dude, super lyrics
into lyrics.
And Pac's message was incredible, but I just thought lyrically Biggie was just that dude.
Just flowed.
So I was like the only one out of all my friends that was like on Biggie's side. Everybody was on Pac's side.
Right. Of course, you're in Pac's territory.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Right. Under your breath.
And then you got all my family from the East Coast, but like my brother and myself. So that's the hard part, So Biggie, Q. Man,
tough. Top 5. You got 2, man.
Yeah, I got 2 only. I mean, Pac's definitely in there, just because this is the reason why I put Pac in there. And I can't say I was the biggest Pac fan growing up at first, but it was like when I started listening to a lot more Pac, it's just his message, like the message he delivered. I think like he really could have like been like a hip hop type of like black leader to get everybody to, not just black leader, just a leader in general, to have people rise and kind of like that Rage Against the Machine type shit like that. And he could, I think his like his untimely demise is kind of like hurt a lot of stuff. I think he could have the message that he was putting in his music. Man, shit would have started changing, man. Politically too, is his political message definitely.
So do you think with Tupac, is it when after he died, you were like on him, or on his music, or was it?
It was before he died. I still wasn't the hugest fan, but at first, but I was still listening to stuff before he died. And I was just saying like, dang, just like his message was so crazy. Like I said, I was more of a lyric guy, but nobody tops what he was putting in his music as a message. Like he can talk about killing you and then Dear Mama the next one. That's just crazy. So he was like the best at doing that.
Right.
I gotta put 2 more. Flavor.
Yeah, boy.
Damn. Who else? This is hard for me. People go with I'm gonna go Nas. And it's funny too. Even with Nas, like the whole Nas thing, it was like I thought Illmatic and Stillmatic was dope, and then I kind of was like off it a little bit, and then I liked a lot of Nas freestyles. So I know my brother and our boy Greg at the time used to always get like his freestyles offline, and we would listen to that, and just ridiculously like crazy. Like Nas' message too, and his influence in his music is just it's something different. And then cap it off with a shoot.
So you're just gonna wipe your nose during the podcast?
I'm going to see for you to judge me with your whooping call. Frog throat, motherfucker, right here. I hate that you're using an inhaler because you don't need it.
I can't breathe.
No. You fucking need it. His face. Rohit. Ricky, please. Somebody jump in. This is horrible.
Oh, I'm dying.
And then I guess I would cap it off with Eminem. To me, I would say Eminem.
You said Big, Ice Cube, Pac, Nas, Eminem.
Because Eminem just to me has like evolved rap. Like what he did changed everything when he came out. I mean, some people you can argue that he's kind of like a white red man or whatever, but just like he lyrically took it.
White red man. Redman doesn't get enough credit.
He definitely doesn't get enough credit. He definitely doesn't get enough credit. I think Redman is dope as hell too, but I think this Eminem's just like from when he first came out even to now, he's just like lyrically. I think lyrically nobody can lyrically rap with Eminem.
It's weird because you know who I think can rap with him and like kill him?
Kill him?
Like there's 2. right
Two,
now
okay.
to me.
Two, okay.
Kendrick
Okay.
and Lupe.
Okay.
Not saying Eminem will get slaughtered. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if they were holding the track.
I tell you, it'll be a hip hop orgasm.
Right. Yeah.
For anybody that likes like hip hop, that would make you bust the fattest nut if they got on the track together. Like I know the Kendrick and Eminem have a song together, but it wasn't what people I guess actually wanted. They had a theme to the song.
Right.
I just want to hear them go on a song.
Just bars.
Bars.
Just give me bars.
Give me bars. Bars.
So it seems in your top 5, you're basing it on lyrics and I guess body of work.
Body of work, because all those guys had albums. Biggie had the least amount actually.
Right.
They had the body of work and lyric. Like I said, I'm just that's the thing. You can never say who the top 5 really is. It's just a title of all. It's just like your opinion,
your preference.
Yeah, a preference what you like. Some people don't. I'm probably not lyric. They more like the flashy cocky, so they might throw Jay-Z. I'm not saying Jay-Z's not a top 5 dude, but he's not.
Your person.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely in my top 10 for sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I can't replace him over Eminem or
for you personally.
Me personally, absolutely. Go ahead. Who you got?
Oh, it's weird.
Put me that type of pressure. You
guys, hey, whooping cough. I'm gonna say this right now. Like, I think like when people do make those assessments and those judges, it's always based on personal preference. Errors play a part in it. Timing plays a part in it.
Absolutely.
Like you said, Biggie. Like Biggie has I have Biggie in my top 5, and he has the less amount body of work, but. Like, okay, let me give you my top 5. My number 1 all-time period is Pac. Hands down.
Yeah.
Now, this might be something personal. When I was in college, I interviewed his uncle, Watani. That was his manager before he went to Bad Boy. So
you mean Death Row?
I'm sorry, Death Row. Wow. I'm a Pac fan, right? Before he went to Death Row.
Yeah.
So the insight I got made me like Pac a little bit more because I was like, oh man, I knew somebody that was close to him during that time. Then we can also give the lyrics, the timing. Always thought it was really weird how Pac was kind of like the first hip hop reality show before reality TV came out.
Right.
Because people don't realize every other week he was in court. He would be in court in Atlanta, then he'd go to court in Memphis next week, do a show. He'd be in court in fucking Washington D.C. because he's a child of a rebel. And people that are children of revolutionaries or whatever, they suffer the same type of paranoia. 2 things are going to happen to them. Either they're going to die or they're going to go to jail. Pac is the only rapper to be 10 years old and have the FBI ask him questions. Where's your stepdad? Tupac's not a regular rapper.
Yeah.
So in his lyrics, you can see how he's the only rapper in one song that can talk about something positive, talk about ratchet, and then give you a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, in only one song. And be a dope hook and beat. Like, how do you want it if you listen to all 3 verses? Like, the first verse is talking about chicks at the club. Second verse is talking about niggas. Third verse, he's talking about Bob Dole and political and how we have to change. And the videos with strippers. Heather, remember Heather? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the only dude that can do that. So he's my number 1, definite number 1.
Okay.
My number 2. I'm sorry, I'm dying. My number 2 is going to shock a lot of people. It's Ice Cube. I'm going to tell you why it's Ice Cube. It's not that I'm from L.A. For me, it's body of work and impact that I look at. If you take away, it's really, because to say Ice Cube, I might say Ice Cube and then number 2B might be NWA. If you take those dudes out.
Well, because remember, Cube was writing those lyrics.
Right.
From those guys.
Right. You take those dudes out, a lot of styles wouldn't exist.
Right.
Dying.
It's really killing me.
My number 3, this is for me personally, is Nas.
Nas. So we get the same top 5 so far.
Right. Nas, like, Illmatic is probably one of the, like, it's the, I don't want to say the most complete album, but for somebody to be 19 and to flow like Rakim, because he really flows like Cool G Rap.
Yeah.
he got the lisp. He sort of has the lisp like him and stuff like that. Like the album is just 10 records, 40 minutes. I mean, it's like Illmatic. Like I've never been to New York when Illmatic came out, but when you listen to Illmatic, he describes New York perfectly.
Yeah, you could get that feel.
In New York perfectly. My number 4, it's gonna be Biggie. And the only reason why he's that low, some people might be like, "Oh, he's low."
It's not even low though. He's 5.
Right. You're famous from New York. You know how they are. Oh, he's number 4.
Yeah.
You know, we only number 1, B. Like, I know he only had 2 albums. Name somebody else that had 2 albums coming out like that. Think about it. Your first 2 albums are just bangers. The first album, Ready to Die, is a classic. That Warning is incredible.
So it's still one of my favorite songs of all time.
Are you kidding? A Warning? What? That Unbelievable?
Yeah.
Live from Bedford Stop. Like Biggie Biggie flows in his sleep, nigga.
Yeah.
Like Biggie just flows. But that's why I don't have Snoop in it. Like Snoop's not in my top 5. My number 5 is Jay-Z.
Jigga.
Body of work is so important. And it's so weird because I want to put Eminem in it. But I don't think Eminem's impact is as great as those 5. Disclaimer, I'm not saying Eminem doesn't have an impact. It's just I don't think it's as big as those 5.
The only reason why Macklemore exists
Exactly.
is because of Eminem.
I would even say the only reason why
Bubba Sparks.
Look,
Eminem.
Look, I'll tell you this. The only reason why what is Tyler the Creator? They're inspired by Eminem.
Not just them. Same with Kendrick Lamar.
All those, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, even though he says pop, but he's an Eminem guy too.
Right.
You
You can even put Lupe in there.
Yellow Wolf.
Right.
You know, Paul Wall, the People's Champ.
What was that dude Diddy had? The Kane guy? Remember? The dude white dude Diddy had?
Machine Gun Kelly.
No, but it was that other white dude.
What other white dude?
There was another white dude. Diddy had him. Dude was whack. He was whack.
I don't remember.
Diddy had. Oh, he was awful.
Obviously, he didn't warrant a name, but
right. But yeah, but even I know for sure it's my top 10 for sure, sure. But,
understandable. I'm not. That's the thing. It's hard to argue that because
right.
Jay-Z will be teetering in that.
Right.
In that spot. That's why I gave no order because to me there's no. I couldn't give an order because.
Right.
You know, Eminem, especially with Eminem still being alive, he still has a chance of being the best ever.
I don't know because I always think timing has a lot to play with it. Like think about with Tupac. Tupac goes to jail the first time, right? Me Against the World comes out, right? You know what's the first hit they released while he's in jail? Dear Mama. So the nigga's in jail, but the perception, I'm going to apologize to my mom. Nigga, that's brilliant. So every black woman is just with him. You know what my mom used to say growing up? There's nothing wrong with that boy. That boy has a good message. Think about the marketing behind that. Because remember when they tried to do that with Sean? Well, Sean's in jail. Let's do Godfather Bury Your Life. He's not as deep as Tupac.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely no impact.
You know what I'm saying? So even the timing of that. You know what I mean? And then when he comes out, I mean, not even that, but he's all in movies and all that stuff. Excuse me, fans.
I can't take it.
Please. But gosh, for even Snoop, Snoop's in my top 10 and his body of work, but I mean, gosh, those first, those first 2 big albums, I didn't listen to them when we were kids because, you couldn't really understand the lyrics. You only got the hits. But when I got 18, 19, I remember buying Ready to Die and I bought Life After Death at Tower Records. That's how old I am. I remember listening to Life After Death. I was like, this dude's incredible. As a comedian, Keenan, isn't it important when you watch somebody in another art form, you respect their craft? You could tell, this dude put in time into his craft.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I think I probably respect the most. And that's why for me, Eminem is in there because the way he dissects hip-hop is like nobody else. He's probably one of hip-hop's best lyricists, but probably hip-hop's biggest fan.
Right.
At the same time.
Right.
So, I remember I seen, this little interview he did. He's like, I hate the fact that people say some words you can't rhyme with some words. Like they say nothing rhymes with orange. Then he did this whole rap where he said he split like 2 words and made them rhyme with orange. I take my 16 door hands orange or like something like that, whatever it was. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even think to even go that route.
Right.
And a lot of rappers didn't, obviously, because they didn't do it either.
Right.
But like the way he dissects lyrics, like Rap God was seriously like one of the best rap like lyrical songs. Like what he did, he has so many different flows on that song.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
It's weird because like I'm a huge I don't want to say I'm a huge. I do have his greatest hits. I have 2 of his greatest. I have his greatest hits and 18th Letter. I love Rakim, but I'm not from that era. Like I can say like I consciously was paying attention to rap probably like at 9 or 10. I was fortunate where I could listen to it. You know, I know some people think they couldn't even listen to that growing up. So
and I said this on Twitter the other day about how like it's the same thing. Somebody said about greatest players, and I said it is all about eras. Like my younger brother, my stepbrother, whatever. To him, like LeBron is the greatest player in basketball, but he's like he's like almost like a mid-90s baby,
right?
And I understand why he would be him or Kobe. Well, he hates Kobe, but I can see why it would be somebody like LeBron or probably Kevin Durant,
right?
Because the era he grew up in,
right?
Like I grew up watching Michael Jordan and Kobe, so for me, those would probably be one of those 2 would be my favorite.
Right.
Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell won't be because I didn't get to see them play at that time. It'd be like my dad's,
right? Because
he got the chance to experience and what they did for basketball then.
Right.
I seen highlights, but that's cool as highlights.
But you know what the thing is, being present in that moment
and watching it's a different feeling.
It's like
you got to think we actually experienced Jordan win all his championships.
Right. Yeah.
All of them from. Every single one, all 6 championships. Same with Kobe. We would seen win 5. We've seen all that.
Right.
So that's a difference. When a kid from the '90s, he didn't get a chance to see that.
Right. There's no emotional attachment. We'll do this on another podcast where we talk about top 5 players, but that whole thing about being emotionally connected to it, like it's not a diss to KRS-One, Rakim, or any of them. Shit.
Like you said, it's preference. Like
right.
Like there's other cats that, and that's the thing, they can argue cats like KRS and Rakim and cats like that. People in my top 10 is Styles P.
Man, let me tell you, that Gentleman and Gangsters
and Gentleman is probably
classic.
Gangsters and Gentleman. You know, it's funny how my top 5 rappers will probably reflect my top 5 albums because Gangsters and Gentleman is my top 5 albums. To me, it is. It's an album that I can listen to top to bottom with the sketches in there, with the skits.
Sketches are pretty
funny. The skits were some of the funniest skits and most gangster skits.
Right.
And then the music from top to bottom is just an incredible album.
It's weird because it's like now I'm looking like you have your rappers, like you'd be like, oh, who are the top 5 rappers? But then you have my rappers that I listen to because I have my own separate I love Kiss. You know what I mean? Like Jadakiss is Jadakiss is a nice body work too. 4 albums are pretty good. 3-4 albums. And so smiling over there. I think you're getting you see the fine chick on Instagram.
Sorry guys, I'll tell you how this. When I be on this, when we be doing this podcast,
do it.
I'll be scheming on this. I'll be lurking on these Instagrams. So
do it.
I'll be going through the pics. Let me just. I'll show you. Somebody liked it.
Of course.
Yeah. So. Hilariousness. But let's get this moving. Let's end this podcast soon. So
because I'm dying.
I don't care about you dying. It doesn't bother me. It's just the coughing noise.
Hey, look. Let me tell you this. All right, shots fired. But you know, weird. Like I look at Ayers definitely does play a part in it because, first of all, Snoop doesn't have a Grammy, neither does Nas. And that's just incredible. Their body of work. They'll probably have a Lifetime Achievement Award, something like that. Because they were the sacrifice. Like, Nas pretty much was the first album out when Death Row was running rap. And Snoop used to scare people with the court cases and Murder Was the Case, all that other stuff. So he'll get a Samuel L. Jackson Award, Lifetime Achievement. But where do you put Ludacris? You know what I mean? People like that, Ludacris got to get it. Like, look at his body of work.
Ludacris is very consistent, and like I said, it all depends what you like. Because some people have
Outkast.
Some people have and that's the thing. Andre 3000,
it was a beast lyrically. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's hard for me to, and that's like the if
Memphis Bleak.
I'd rather listen to you cough for 13 tracks than listen to me.
Drove by the lit. Okay. What's up? Scarface. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And think about it, that's Tupac's favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Tupac was like, I listen to Scarface. I'm like, yo, The Fix? I was listening to The Fix the other day. That was incredible. 5 stars on the source.
Jada.
Yes, right. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of cats. Chino XL.
Let me end this podcast, bro.
Chino, hey, let me tell you something. On the real spit, Chino XL at one time was one of my favorite rappers.
No, let me tell you something.
I'll tell you this. My rap name in high school was Kino, Khino, because of Chino XL. You damn right. I said it, and I'll stand by it too.
Hey, remember when we used to bring Cannabis?
Cannabis fell off hard.
Yeah. I battle you in the net. I battle you in the flesh. I battle you over the phone. You can call me Collect. This freaking Cannabis.
Cannabis is hard too. Cannabis is hard. I mean,
we put LL.
LL. I mean, early LL, and it's like, and then you see flashes of LL when he battled Cannabis and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's hard with LL because he just went a different route. He went with soul. He went with the Ladies Love Cool J. And I would need to hear more LL like rapping than Love. Not knocking him because he made some dope records like that too. Right. But like if you go to some of those cats that like the Cannabis, even the Lost Boys at the time, you know what I'm saying? Red Meth, of course. You got
Wu-Tang, you know what I mean?
Wu-Tang in general. A lot of cats, man. I mean. That's a tough part about doing a top 5.
Hey, we're probably going to do this podcast again, but we've got, in the word of Jamie Foxx, wrap it up. You can.
I thought we have a top 5. I thought we were supposed to do more topics. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Just wrap it up because your voice is. You say something.
Holiday.
It sounds like Wheezy. Oh, James.
George. Hey, you can follow us at Loser Comedy. Email us at loserent@gmail.com. Follow Keenan at
Keenan_Baker. Keenan Baker Instagram. Also, we said, we want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any topics that you want us to discuss, email us at LuserEnt. We'll definitely give you a shout out.
Right. And
we'll answer your question, or we'll talk about your topic. Anything. It can be about anything. We pick it. We're going to talk about it.
Right. So thanks. We're going to end on Beats by Maurice Spears. And we got a new sketch, Slap a Bitch, coming out next Monday.
Slap a Bitch 2. Get it. Hit that music. I've ever seen. We still. And it was a beautiful day. I'm telling you. Nobody got it better than me. You see how Sunday, dog?
Let me ask you a question.
Here they go.
Got it. Got it.
I'm firing off Seahawks fans. Verbally, I ain't gonna lie. This beef is real. I want all parts of it. This is the game I want. I wanted Seattle in Seattle. To show you clowns this is about. Yeah.
Better go for that boy Marshawn Brooks. Ooh, Marshawn Brooks gonna get